Okay, I'm here with Henry Ford III, the Global Marketing Manager for Ford Performance. 50 years ago, your father Edsel came with his father. 50 years on, you've come back with your father. It's your first time at Le Mans. Give us your first impressions.
It's just been an amazing experience. The amount of energy at this track and the number of passionate fans for not only sports car racing but Ford Performance in particular has really been phenomenal. Great support for the drivers, great support for the team. Everyone here is so excited about what we're doing here, and so to be back 50 years later with my dad is a really kind of special thing for us to be able to do, and it's it sort of gives us the ability to almost in a way kind of retell a pretty significant chapter in Ford's history, but doing it sort of in a forward-looking sort of way. And the amount of technology and innovation built into this race car is really astounding. And so we're trying to kind of tell that story and framing it against our history and our legacy is kind of an interesting way to be able to do that.
Fantastic. You're incredibly involved in the production GT car as well as the race car. What have the reactions been since unveiling it? You unveiled it last year at the Detroit Auto Show, is that right?
Yeah. And so one of the great things about Ford Performance is that we've kind of unified our race car teams and our production car teams for the performance vehicles. So from a marketing standpoint, I get to work on the Ford GT road car and the Ford GT race car. So it's a lot of fun to be able to do that. And the response to the road car has been phenomenal. We introduced it at the Detroit Auto Show in 2015, and ever since then, it's just been the response has been, I think, more enthusiastic than even we thought. And it's a beautiful car. The design team, the engineering team, absolutely just did a phenomenal job. I mean, it's I think the most beautiful car I've ever seen, and I've had the pleasure of seeing it multiple times in multiple colors, and every time I see it, it's like I'm seeing it again for the first time. It's just such a dramatic looking design, just a brilliant car.
We've talked about the Ford GT because we're at Le Mans. It's not just the Ford GT in your performance stable of cars and products, but how do you see all the elements of Ford Performance coming together to help Ford as a global brand?
Well, and that's a great question, and we're really trying to get laser focused on our messaging and using Ford Performance as a halo brand. And it's, so to your point, it's more than just the Ford GT, but it's the Fiesta ST and the Focus ST and the Focus RS, and using those brands to not only build up the Focus nameplate brand, but the Ford brand. And especially here in Europe, the RS brand has such a lot of really strong heritage in motorsports, and that already stands on its own here in Europe, and so we're trying to build up that brand in the U.S. as well. And the Focus RS is a phenomenal example of a wonderful car that is accessible to people, and obviously in a way that the Ford GT is not. And I actually had the privilege of driving a Focus RS on the track yesterday, and it's an incredible vehicle. And so to be able to give customers the performance capability, but make it affordable, is kind of what one of the things that Ford Performance is all about. I mean, Focus RS competes with vehicles that are $10,000-$15,000 more expensive than it, and it's just going to be a phenomenal product for us. Really excited about it.
I'm going to take you back a little.
Yeah.
What were people's reactions? I don't think many people watching at home will know, but you actually decided to go and work in one of the dealerships. You decided to sell cars to understand the products.
Yeah.
What were people's reactions when you did that? And that start and your involvement in the company it obviously seemed like the right thing to do to you, but others may think it's strange. What were people's reactions?
Yeah, no, that was a couple years ago. Right shortly after I had joined Ford Motor Company, I actually went back to school to get my MBA, and so I had a summer internship, and I wanted to work at a Ford dealership because I had never done that before, and I wanted to better understand the retail side of the business. And so I spent a summer selling cars at Gallup and Ford in California. And it was the summer of 2009, which was, I mean, literally the absolute, trough of the auto industry. And it was not a great summer to be selling cars. It was not many people were buying cars. The economy was really struggling, and but it I think taught me a valuable lesson, which is that selling cars is not as easy as some people may think it is. And you have a very short amount of time to build a relationship with a potential customer and build that sense of trust. And if you aren't able to do that, the customer can walk elsewhere and they can go to a different dealership, a different brand. But it gave me a good, I think, lens to view the Ford Motor Company from a different point of view, from the dealer side and the retail side. And for on a personal level, it was so that was very gratifying. And I will say that I did get a few funny reactions from people when I told them my name was Henry Ford, and I had a little name badge that said Henry Ford III, and people would walk in and they would think I was lying to them, and so I would have to take out my driver's license and show them my driver's license and be like, no, I really am Henry Ford. So that was it was a unique experience for sure.
I think a lot of people at home are going to think they know the answer to this question, but if you can answer the question, then tell us why. Let's tell everybody, what car does Henry Ford III drive himself?
I am lucky enough to go back and forth between a couple different cars. So I have I actually drive a Lincoln MKC part of the time. I have a Mustang, and I also drive an F-150 Raptor. So I get to experience a lot of different products, which is a lot of fun.
To have the support of Ford during this kind of endurance program and at Le Mans this year, it's been an absolute pleasure. The cars have been a pleasure to watch. Everybody's loved it on the stream and at home, so thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We're excited. Got our fingers crossed for a good finish, and teams have been, as you know, working around the clock, and there's been so much hard work and preparation that's gone into not only this race, but the development of the car, and there have been so many people who've worked so hard to bring this program to fruition, and so I just want to thank everyone out there who's had a role in this team, and for everyone who's watching, thank you for your support, and thank you for rooting us on, and go forward.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.